Hello there, and thank you for joining me. Welcome to the wonderful Europa informational tour.
Waking up at the start of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone. The cars are moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess.
I'm Harold Hoochie, and welcome to another edition of Europa Informational Tours. I'm here with Dr. Nanomura to learn more about our colony on Europa. Dr. Nanomura.
Nice to see you, Harold.
Nice to see you too. Oh, you have gotten thin. New Jenny Craig diet doesn't work for Christy Alley, but it seems to be working for you. Alright then, couple questions for the audience out there and why they should come to our colony. Let's ask them, okay, why did you pick Europa in the first place?
Well, we picked Europa because it had many similarities with Earth. Like, for instance, it has frozen water covering the whole entire surface of it. And also, we have volcanoes underneath the ocean surface.
That seems to be working pretty well. Let's go on. Energy sources. We need electricity around these colonies. How does it work?
Our primary source of energy is hydro energy, which we get by using the water motions, the waves, and making kinetic energy, which then we transfer into electricity and distribute throughout the colony.
So the water that you get for hydro energy, is it extracted from the planet itself?
Yes, it is.
So it's warmed and then you use it to make motion and kinetic energy and it's distributed?
Right.
Very smart. Okay, do you say that the hydro energy, say all the water froze up, what would be our second form of energy?
Our second form of energy is geothermal energy, which we get from the volcanoes that are underneath the surface.
Very good. Alright then. Got another question for you. How are we gonna have gravity? I understand that we're in containment areas all over the planet.
Right.
So our colonies are pretty much in bubbles. How are we gonna sustain gravity so we don't go flying off everywhere?
Well, in the containment areas, we make an Earth-like gravity by making it airtight.
I see. Very, very good. Alright then. So, how do we receive air then?
Well, when we first arrived at the planet and started the colony, we used oxygen molecules extracted from the atmosphere to keep us going.
It sounds pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. But I've heard from a couple of scientists now that you have a new way of receiving oxygen.
Yes, we do.
So I've heard that you actually have plants now, different types of plants that you keep in a green light containment area, and then these plants are warmed by ultraviolet, right? Ultraviolet. Oh my gosh, listen to me.
Ultraviolet.
Had a little bit too much last night. You know, those margaritas will get to me, especially European margaritas. Those are so good. Okay, but ultraviolet lights. Oh, see, look at this. I can't even do this. I'm gonna get so fired. Okay. But,
It's alright.
But what are they called again?
Ultraviolet lights.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit tipsy. But those seem to be heating all the plants.
All the plants.
So it's pretty much a substitute for the sun.
Right, since we're too far away from it.
I see. That sounds pretty amazing. And then all the air is distributed
Throughout the colony.
Ooh. All right then. Well, that's pretty much it for air. But I just gotta tell you something. How do we eat? I need food. Look at me. This is bone. I gotta get a little bit of meat on it. Let's see. How does it work?
Well, we brought up some livestock up here to keep us going, and we also have crops like corn and other vegetables to keep us going.
Are the crops kept in the same way that we keep our plants for oxygen?
No, those are in a separate containment, so they are watched by specialists, so they can keep going.
I see. But in those cattle, do you have any llamas?
Yes, we do.
They're not eaten, are they?
No, they're not. They are the colony pet.
There we go. That's what makes the world go round. All right then. Well, I'd like to thank you again, Dr. Nanomura.
Thank you.
Hey, little girl. Here's some candy. So, do you like Europa?
What are you doing with my sister?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I told you not to take candy from strangers. There might be razor blades in them.
Ooh, a yellow one. Milk, oh milk, why are you open? La 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 la. European milk. The best. Leche de Europa, ahora en español. Ah. Leche o leche porque estás abierta. La 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 la. Me gusta leche de Europa. Muy bien. I'm so scared. Oh God. Because people don't recycle their water. We're all gonna die. Hello, I'm Harold Hoochie and welcome back from our commercial break. Milk, oh milk, why are you open? Amazing jingle. I'm here with Asian scientist Dr. Zing Zhang to learn more about the origin of our colony. Zing Zhang, hello.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
A little bit buzzed, but I'll survive. Well, lately I've been brushing up on my reading of the origin of the colony, and it said that in 2150, a group of 15 astronauts went to Europa to establish a colony, but they said that let's just say the conditions on the shuttle weren't very comfortable. So cramped in this spaceship! Moving on, why did these 15 astronauts go on a mission to establish a colony when Earth was perfectly fine, from what I hear?
Well, the truth is, Earth wasn't perfectly fine. We never planned on having to expand our home. We always thought we'd live on Earth forever. That is, until we discovered that the resources were slowly depleting.
So, Doctor, what happened to the natural resources?
Well, Earth is getting overpopulated, and the more people there are, the less resources there are. Our transportation here on Europa is similar to Earth, except for the fact we don't use vehicles.
Because vehicles clog up the atmosphere with their pollution.
And we don't want to do what we did last time.
I understand.
So, we either walk, bike, or scooter from place to place.
Scooter. That sounds pretty amazing. I have to let you know that due to this activity, other than just riding in cars, are people less obese than they are on Earth?
3.
Yes, actually here on Europa we live a much healthier lifestyle than the Earthians do.
Okay, so you're saying we live a healthier life on Europa with more exercise from not being in cars, and our diet is a lot healthier, isn't it?
And we have cleaner air.
So do you believe it's a lost cause and that Europa is the future?
I do believe Europa is the future.
Alright then. Well, that's what we have with Dr. Zing Zhang. Zing Zhang, thank you for learning the origin of our colony.
So if we all come together, we know what to do. We all come together just to sing We Love You. And if we all come together, we know what to do. We all come together just for you.